quite looking through the bins, and then I slapped him. I guess I just really wanted to get my slap in. Aww. Hello, welcome to today's video. Now, I know it looks a little bit different from usual, but I thought I'd do something different today, and I will go through my first ever showreel with you guys. Now, I don't think I've watched this showreel for many years, and yeah, it's going to be cringy, embarrassing, I know it, but you know, I just thought it would be something fun and a new way for me to look back at my work and how much I've improved, what I would have done differently, and yeah, just what I think now, really. But I hope you enjoy this, and if you do, let me know in the comment sections down below, and if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel so you can see more videos like this and many others still to come. Alright, let's get into the video. I would spin, but I'm in a little bit of a tight space, so we won't spin and we'll just snap and get right to it. That's probably really annoying. I'm sorry. Let's start. Okay, so we are going to go through my 2016 showreel. Okay, let's go. I should have been there.
Hey, don't start that.
If only the fucking bus driver wasn't late, I would have been there on time. Oh, bit of swearing. Warning, warning.
I know you would have.
Didn't I catch the earlier bus like I normally do? Stopped it all and nothing would have happened. Oh, nice foot bits. I remember that took a while to capture. We were like, oh yeah, it'll be a sick shot to get him walking into the scene, and a little bit of like, ooh, who's coming? So I'll give you a little bit of a background to this short film. Basically at university we had to create a short film of our own and write it, direct it, produce it, literally everything. Me and Christina right there. Yeah, it was a really fun experience, but when you have someone who's dyslexic and doesn't know how to really write well, and Christina's German, so English wasn't her first language, so we both struggled quite a bit. So yeah, when I look back at it, it's kind of bad, some of the writing, but for a first attempt, it's not that bad, I don't think. But yeah, I don't like my performance. The acting's quite bleh. Why wasn't it me instead? Do you see how forced that is? Oh. And this was like my first role on screen for me to be like crying. And I was like, yeah, I can cry on cue. I can do it all the time. I did in theatre. It's easy. And then when we get on set, I just couldn't do it. It was the first time and I kind of forced it, as you can clearly see. It's very forced. Me instead. This is not fair. It's just not fair. Ooh. Alright, now this one is another short film I done whilst at university. Pretty much most of these are going to be whilst I was at university because that's where I learned screen. And this was a zombie one. And bear in mind, I hate zombies. Like, no, don't tell anyone. But yes, this was a bit more of a sci-fi one, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. I think in the background you can sometimes see like someone walking, even though it's supposed to be like no one around. Apocalypse, that's the word. I love this shot, I thought it looked so sick. Oh. Why did I cut it like that? That was like at the beginning of the don't you ever do that at the short film? What? There's like no performance at all. So that beginning bit of the that was the beginning of the short film, like setting it up. And this is literally at the end where he turns back into a human by eating coffee beans. Spoiler alert. Yeah, there wasn't even any performance on my end. I was like looking through the bins and then I slapped him. I guess I just really wanted to get my slap in. Sorry, Josh. But yeah, that was really bizarre. Showreel wise, that's not, I personally don't think that's the best clips to put in. I must have had better bits in that short film of me actually acting. Reactions are great to capture, don't get me wrong. But I didn't give much. I literally didn't perform anything.
Let's get out of here.
Our weapons.
Bang bang.
Oh, I love those Converses. They were sick.
Well, it's going great.
This isn't working. What? Wait,
What? You can't be serious.
Well, completely.
Definitely.
I still remember some of the lines. This was literally my first ever short film. In my halls, a lot of the people actually I lived in the halls, they were all in the kind of, what's the word, film and TV kind of courses, and he asked me to be in this one and do I have a friend, and I was like, yeah, bring Josh along. And yeah, as you saw, it's like the breakup, and it was so much fun. We'd done it in their halls as well, so that's why there's a lot of like bottles everywhere, because it was theirs. Yeah, it was good. It was a really nice environment to actually do my first short film in, because they were all my friends or knew some of them, and it made me feel a lot more comfortable, and yeah, it was good. All that close up of me looking annoyed. Poor Josh. Oh, no, I'm annoyed.
Well,
Just shut up. Stop.
I clearly like swearing at people, I think. Yeah, I don't really know what to react to that. Again, there must have been more lines for me to perform. I can't remember. But yeah, that one was a lot of fun. Alright, so this is actually one of my favourites. It's The Horse Whisperer. I think it's based on a play. Don't quote me, I can't quite remember. It was so long ago. 2014, as you can see. This was one of my assessments whilst at university. We had to do a duologue, and for the assessment, obviously over the shoulder, you were just being filmed, and then we took it in turns. She was being filmed and I just obviously reacted. Yeah, I really enjoyed this one because it allowed me to fully explore emotions, and my lecturer really pushed me in this performance, and I was really chuffed with it. It was so good, and when my parents watched it, they started to cry and things like that, so I was like, I'm winning. But yeah, I'll stop chatting. Let's watch it.
Why can't I talk to you?
No, you stop it. Stop pretending like you care. Like this isn't about you and Tom.
I'm sorry if my friendship with Tom bothers you so much, but I have
How well
to
do you think I am in
appreciate
this?
someone to talk to, especially when my own daughter ignores me night and day. What if I do, it's wrong. Whatever I say, it's wrong. I'm sorry if I'm such a disappointment to you.
Yeah, well now you know how it feels.
Ooh.
How dare you? I've never looked
This
at you
is
as a
really
disappointment.
quite a serious and
If I'm
sad
on your backs because I
play.
want you to do better. If I push you, it's because I want you to try harder. I want you to be the best you can be.
For you! Because I'm your daughter and you're my mother. Isn't that what you say in your interviews? You have a perfect family and a perfect...
Oh, bless. She looks so young. All my blonde. I'm so lazy with my hair. When it just grows out, I can't bother to re-dye it. I've done that all myself, by the way, all the blonde, hence why it's very yellow. Yeah, it's nice. It is quite a long scene, but I think because it was one of my favourite scenes, I just kept it in, to be honest, because I thought the reactions were quite nice. And it was mainly, yeah, it's the reactions in the listening. You can quite tell that I'm listening and it's not forced. I personally think you can kind of believe that she's, you know, like a teenager struggling. But, yeah, let's carry on.
career.
I don't push for me. I push for you. I don't want you to spend half your life wasting your time not knowing where you belong.
Yeah, we've done such a great job.
But then I do apologise. The thing I'm most sorry for is turning you into a spoilt little brat. You can only think about how she's feeling. You can't admit when she
you a
is
spoiled
wrong,
kid?
or can't forgive when she is not.
Just leave me alone.
Aww. Oh, I quite like that one. See, when I look back at it now, if I reordered that showreel, because I think that was my strongest performance, I would have put that right at the beginning. Maybe chopped it up a little bit and put like the best 20-30 seconds of it in, and then maybe put a bit of it again at the end. Because yeah, I don't think the other performances are as strong as that. I understand why I done it, because I think I done it for like the quality, and the other ones look like short films or films. Well, you know what I mean. They look more professional instead of just a camera in a classroom. But performance-wise, I think I would have done a lot better with putting that first. See what else is happening. Oh, dramatic music. It's my montage. Oh, I forgot I used to do this. Theatre. There you go. God. Snowboarding again. Bungee jumping. Whee. Okay, that's quite funny. So I really wanted to include like a montage into the video, just to show the different things I've done, because in screen I hadn't had much experience. So I was like, well, I have theatre performances, I have activities that I do, I have extreme sports that I do. It'll make me look more well-rounded and things like that. So yeah, I just have like screenshots. So I'll go through them. That one was behind the scenes of me when we used to make films ourselves, and I was on sound and on my phone. If anything, that looks really unprofessional, even though I'm waving. Got my Pink Floyd top on. Don't know why I put that one in. Next one is Rent. Yeah, I quite like that one. I love that performance. You can find it on YouTube on my channel, this one. Yeah, I love that role. I played Benny, but because obviously we turned it into a girl, we named her Penny. Because like every other class, you have more females than men, so we had to make it work. I loved that role. That was so much fun. Got a lot of attitude in it. Next clip is snowmobiling when I went to Bulgaria, just to show that I do extreme sports and I'm happy about it. That one is a behind the scenes of a feature film actually I done at university. I don't know why I didn't include any of the footage into this showreel. Maybe I didn't have it. That's one of the biggest things in this industry of most creative people. I think you're always waiting on footage, no matter what. Always waiting. And I was like, well, I don't have the footage yet, so I guess I'll just put the behind the scenes in. Well, I had red hair, but it kind of blended out to peach and pink. But yeah, this one was set in like a what was it? A work company going on a paintballing trip. And obviously all the dramas start to come out whilst playing paintball, or not playing paintball, just dramas coming out. Yeah, I like that one. That was really sweet. It was bloody cold though. Oh, we were filming in like, what was it, October time maybe, but it was so cold. And if you've been paintballing before, they give you like an overall, and it's really thin. And obviously in England, it's cold in the winter, or even in like the New Year, but it's freezing. And yeah, we were freezing our asses off in this. It was so cold. And my biggest problem is I get a red nose really easily. So in all the shots, I just look like Rudolph basically. Next clip is a snippet from one of the productions I filmed whilst at university. As I said, we made a lot of like short films ourselves. Even though I'd done a performance course, when it started shifting to focus more on screen, there was like, you need to make your own stuff. Whether one of them you'll be the director, one of them you'll be writer, one of them you'll star in it, and you just all swap roles to understand film. And it was the best thing that ever happened to me in education for that was, because I just learned everything about it, or quite a lot about it, and made me love it a bit more. Yeah, that's a little snippet from one of them. I probably would have done a lot better actually showing the snippet and showing my range a bit more, but I love montages. This one is a little snippet from one of my assessments. I think in my third year of university. It was a theatre performance, but it was a lot to do with like movement and exploring and using physicality and also singing as well. And a lot of us, we all loved harmonising, and all of these guys were amazing at singing or dancing and things like that, so we really tried to include it. I was over my head with the dancing aspect, but I gave it a go. But when it comes to like physical theatre, you can get away with not being a great dancer in a way. It's not to sound insulting, because you're just exploring your own movement, and as long as it works for your characterization, it's okay. So that's why I wasn't as like terrified of it, and I didn't feel like I had to be a professional dancer, because it was just how I felt my character moved, which was alright. I think it went alright. But then when my other half watched it, he was like, he had no idea what was going on. So two sides to it, innit? This screenshot is of one of my first, I think I paid projects whilst at uni. I can't really remember what it was. It's 2015 September. It was, what was it? I think I was like doing handyman stuff wrong to see if anyone would pick up on it, because all of those people there were handymen essentially, or trained in that field. And it was an experiment to see if any of them would come up to me and be like, you're doing it wrong or doing it unsafe. It was all about safety. That's what it was about. And yeah, so it was all like camera footage and sneaky footage, and I did not look like a handyman. I just looked like a teen not supposed to be there and standing on wobbly chairs. This one is snowboarding, me going up the slope, so it doesn't even show that I can actually snowboard. It's just me looking cool on the slopes. It's so bad. She'll be like, oh, I spotted a camera. So bad. That one is of me bungee jumping outside Wembley. I love that. I wanted to do it for my 18th birthday, but my parents wouldn't buy it for me, and I got a bit of money for my 18th birthday, so I was like, well, I'm going to spend it on bungee jumping. But they came with me though, it was all good. I loved it. It was like one of the best moments, and when I jumped off, they were playing Blink 182 Girl at the Rock Show, so I was like, whoa, it's so sick. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. Just to show that I'm hardcore. And that's it. That is my first showreel. How long is it? 3:17. Okay, let's take this off. Let's see what this. So I've got 3 likes and 1 dislike. Ooh, I'm like, you don't look at that stuff. I just had in the description. I didn't have anything in it. I just had a combination of myself featuring different screen productions. Link to my personal website, Wix. I think we've all been there with the free website, Wix. So it's not the worst showreel in the world, I think. It could 100% be a lot better. But considering this was literally when I graduated, actually, when was it? January. Just before I graduated. Fair play for me trying to get a showreel out there before I even graduated. Pat on the back. You have to start somewhere, don't you? I think that's like anything in life. You have to learn from your mistakes, and this is kind of one of them. But then again, if I didn't practice my roles in this, and if I not regret it, but if I would change things about it, it shows that I've progressed. So yeah, it's not the best one, but it's not too bad. It just shows how young I was. Well, I think I look quite young in it. I was like, yeah, when I went to uni I was only 18. So a lot of those footages I was like 19, if that. God, time flies. But yeah, I don't really have any much else to say about it, to be honest. I think it was alright. I think acting wise it could have been a lot better. I think if I could tell myself something, it was more about not forcing it, being more in the moment, and really listening to the other person and what they have to say, especially because a lot of mine were singing. A lot of mine were upset and emotional ones, which obviously, if you know my stuff, I love doing that sort of things. But you can see how much I'm kind of focused on myself and being like, you need to cry, you need to cry. If, like anything, when you want to cry, you go, don't cry, don't cry. So, yeah, I was kind of forcing it a bit too much. But, yeah, you have to start somewhere, don't you? Anyway, I think I'm just blabbering on a bit. But that is it's my first reaction video of something of my material. Hopefully it was alright. Let me know if it's the sort of things you like, and I can go through other ones of my footage. I definitely want to go through comparing my process of emotional characters and seeing how I've developed and changed things and what advice I would give to you. Yeah, if you're watching this actually and you're thinking about your own showreels, whatever field you're in, yeah, just remember we all start somewhere and you just have to get out there. And as much as it may not be the best quality and the most professional, if that's all you got, you may do with what you got. But if it's better than that, which I'm pretty sure it is, I would love to see it. So send me the links in the comments section, and I'd love to watch your showreels. Don't worry, I won't do a reaction because that's a bit brutal. Yeah, I'd love to watch your work. It'll be cool to see how you started off and see how you're better than me. And yeah, hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Right, goodbye.